Pieter Groenewald and Stephan Greef are back in court applying for bail at the Groblersdal Magistrate Court in Limpopo. They're accused of assaulting and setting dogs on a farm security guard in what's suspected to be a racially related incident. SABC reporter Pimani Baloyi has been following proceedings for us. A very good afternoon, Pimani. Tell us more.
Indeed, we are inside the Groblersdal Magistrate Court where we've seen the bail application of Mr. Groenewald and Mr. Greef continuing. The case is currently adjourned for lunch and it will be coming back later on. But we've seen a hive of activity outside court, seeing different political parties outside coming to support the accused. Now we're joined by the ANC Provincial Secretary, Mr. Madaji. Madaji, thank you so much for the time. We've seen a lot of politicians outside court. We've also seen your members from day one, they were outside court. The local leadership of the ANC was also here. But the accused in this stand say politicians are using this case to campaign. Are you here on a campaign?
Good afternoon, Pimani and viewers of the SABC back at home. We must indicate that the African National Congress structures are rooted in communities, so we are part of communities. The issue of campaigning is neither here nor there. We are here because we have got the responsibility to defend democracy of this country. You can't allow a situation where people are ill-treated like that. What we have seen on videos here is very alarming. We can't allow that, and we can't be shut down because we will be accused that we are politicking. The African National Congress has taken so many struggles. Whether it's time for election or no election, we are part of the communities. There were other courts that we attended last year. Why were we not accused here in this court? Why were we not accused that we are electioneering? We are here because the complainant is part of the community, and the African National Congress belongs to communities.
And Madaji, as we wrap, we saw the Youth League in this community earlier marching to the police station, handing over a memorandum. What was the point of that march, and what is the ANC Youth League specifically calling for?
We are saying you can't give people who have got no regards with the laws of this country bail. And we have got confidence with the case as presented by the NPA. We think the magistrate will rule on our side, the side of the people, and the NPA. So our memorandum specifically, it's to raise those kind of issues and also to indicate that you still have got white few Afrikaners who are still thinking that it is still pre-democracy. And we want to indicate to them that in this country, this is not a banana republic. There is nobody who is above the law. They will be treated like any one of us. So we are here to give support to complainant. And even a part of what we are raising in our memorandum is to give support to complainant. We always stand on the side of the people.
Thank you so much, Madaji. That is the Provincial Secretary of the ANC here in Limpopo talking to us about their support for the complainant. But Nompumelelo, one of the things that we had in court was a repeat of the criminal record of specifically Mr. Groenewald, where we've heard that he was actually convicted in 2010 of 2 counts of murder and 1 of attempted murder, where he served time and later was released on parole. But the state, the investigating officer on the case, that stated that after his initial arrest and he was granted bail and later he absconded and he was a wanted person for over 12 years and was only recovered in 2000 when he was convicted. At the time of his conviction, had just been found. But to speak more about the state's case, I'm joined by the NPA here in Limpopo. Omashudu, the state applied to reopen its case and there was new information brought in. What is some of that new information and what are you hoping for as the NPA?
Yes, indeed, it's true. The state has opened the case again because we have got the new results from the investigation regarding Groenewald. The profile was found that he's got double murder plus attempted murder. And during the time of the bail, he absconded his bail. He went to Portugal for almost 12 years. And then when he came back, it's then that he was rearrested. He was supposed to serve 20 years. It was done, and then he was released on parole.
We heard his lawyer saying that after he served his time, he was given amnesty. Is this something that the state wants? And I want to emphasize that the investigating officer stated that he does not feel Mr. Groenewald would not abscond again and that is not fit to be released on bail. What is the NPA stance specifically regarding this?
Well, we must note that we're talking about Schedule 5. It's no longer going to be Schedule 1 because it was previous convictions of serious offenses. We're talking about murder here. And then this is an assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm. So the charges have changed to Schedule 5. And then with those double murder, is not fit to be released on bail. That's the point that we've raised as a state.
Thank you so much, Mashudu. That's the NPA spokesperson here in Limpopo, Ms. Mashudu Marabijang. Nompumelelo, the vast majority of the new information that came into court today was that confirmation. You may recall during his affidavit when he applied for bail, Mr. Groenewald stated that he had a previous conviction of murder and that he did have a previous conviction of attempted murder. But he spoke about after serving his time, after being released on parole, he was given amnesty. But this is not what the state is saying today. The investigating officer is stating that Mr. Groenewald actually absconded after he was granted bail, in between his incarceration, after he was in between the conviction and the first time that he was apprehended for this crime, stating that he was absconded for a total of 12 years, and the only records that they have is that he could have been in Portugal during that application. But this is information that the defense is contesting, stating that the documents that the state is depending on does not show anything about absconding, does not show anything about being given or denied bail. It's just that he was on a list of wanted criminals, and that list was later cancelled. That wanted status was later cancelled. So it's not true, according to the defense, that he absconded and that he absconded after being granted bail. We expect that cross-examination of the investigating officer to continue when court resumes after lunch.